See, the voice don't work if we ain't chatting big money. You can never say I cheap talk, I speak big money. Drop it.
What's going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth with SBN Boxing. I just wanted to create this video to give my fight predictions on Ortiz versus Canelo Alvarez. That fight's scheduled to, or preset for September 15th, but first Ortiz needs to take on Josecito Lopez, which is on June 23rd. As far as my fight prediction on that, I created a video and I explained, even though Lopez it's a great young fighter, they're actually both great young fighters. I see Ortiz having more of a better edge on that. As far as power-wise, I see Ortiz not having a problem as far as taking Lopez early. I don't see that fight going the distance. I predict Ortiz is going to win by not even unanimous decision. I think he's going to definitely KO Lopez. Now, so I just wanted to create the video, and I see that fight coming out with Canelo Alvarez versus Ortiz. I see that fight taking place on the 15th. That's a great fight. Both young fighters, both in their prime, developed, have faced great talent. I think Ortiz has more experience as far as fighting the better fighters. I know Canelo just came off with a great victory off of Shane Mosley. He looked really good, but I've seen a lot of weaknesses. I've seen a lot of openings. I've seen a lot of flaws in that fight. Shane Mosley definitely looked his age. Was it because he fought Canelo Alvarez, or it's just it's just his age? I actually seen out of all the fights between Mayweather, he fought Pacquiao, and Canelo. He fought Canelo. I think Shane Mosley looked better against Canelo than he did against Pacquiao and he did against Mayweather. So Canelo's definitely a young, strong fighter that still has to prove himself, and it's supposed to be the next great thing in boxing. And it's De La Hoya's cash cow right now, and De La Hoya's definitely selling him. And I'm glad to see De La Hoya putting a big fighter against, putting him in the ring against a young, hungry guy like Victor Ortiz. I think it'll be a great time for Ortiz to step up to the plate and have redemption over that Mayweather loss. Ortiz looked really, really good against Mayweather. A lot of people, a lot of friends and family, a lot of people I speak to, they think that Ortiz didn't do that good. I seen it different, Mayweather came out with the victory. Yes, Ortiz came out with the headbutt, but in that same round, I gave that round to Ortiz. He started going through, actually punching through Mayweather's defense, being a little bit more aggressive, and he was connecting. I'm not saying that Ortiz would have won that fight, but it would have been more of a closer. It would have definitely been a closer, exciting fight if it would have went the distance. What's my fight predictions as far as Canelo and Ortiz? Hey, that's a tough one. You can't put it past them guys. Ortiz, he's definitely yeah, he has a couple losses under his belt. Canelo, he has that undefeated record, but who has he fought? He really hasn't fought anybody besides Shane Mosley. Yes, he has a couple good fights underneath his belt, but he just really hasn't fought anyone to the caliber of Ortiz. I know they're both young, like I said before, but I think this is going to be a true test for Canelo if he is going to be the next Golden Boy, the next sensation to Marquez. Then he's definitely going to have to prove himself. This is the first time I'm actually seeing him prove himself and fighting a young guy that's going to bring it. It's going to bring power, it's going to bring speed, and it's going to definitely go to distance, and he has a chin. So I don't see Canelo knocking down Ortiz. I don't see that knockout happening. I don't see Ortiz going down. I don't see Ortiz getting knocked out. If Canelo is definitely going to win the fight, it's going to be on the scorecards for Canelo to win. As far as Canelo, he has to work. He's a great boxer. He's a great counterpuncher. He works the body great. But I see Victor Ortiz, like he does all his other fights, overpowering Canelo. So Canelo needs to definitely step into the ring and bring his A game to the center of the ring. Because if he fights Victor Ortiz like he did Shane Mosley, I know there was a lot of Shane Mosley. He fought Shane Mosley on the ropes. He stood on the ropes against Shane Mosley and let Shane Mosley come in with some clean shots and actually tried to counter Shane Mosley and let Shane Mosley hit him. You can't do that to Ortiz. You do that to Ortiz, you're going to hit the canvas. So if he takes that approach The same boxing approach that he did against Shane Mosley, he's going to get knocked out or he's going to get hurt. And it's definitely going to be a closer fight because Ortiz is definitely has some punching power behind him. Who do I think is going to win? I think Canelo Alvarez is going to win that fight. But it's going to be a true test. I think it's going to go through the score. It's going to go through the. It's definitely going to go to the distance, and Canelo's going to come up with the victory on the scorecards. Is it going to be a unanimous decision? I actually think it's going to be a split decision. It's going to be a very, very exciting, close fight. Guys, let me know what you think. This is Kenneth, Thespian Boxing. Friend request, subscribe, and have a good one.
See, the voice don't work if we ain't chatting big money. You can never say I cheap talk, I speak big money. Drop.